Welcome to your practice. Today we're working on some Yin Vibes with the topic of opening and closing your energy. Sometimes we can get in this black and white thinking of, oh, your energy's closed, or I need to close off my energy in like a negative shutdown way. And then we're like, oh, this person's okay, I feel like I can be vulnerable, I feel like I can open myself up. And instead of thinking it like that, in the practice, I'd like you to maintain this sovereignty of your energy no matter if we are in an open position or if we're in a closed position. When we're closing our energy in, I want you to think about it like calling in your energy so that it gets stronger versus shutting it down. When we're opening our energy, I'd like you to imagine that emanating out in an effortless way. So both ways of opening and closing, we get to show up. We get to feel ourselves in our own space. With that being said, we will need 2 blocks today for the practice. If you don't have blocks, you can grab some pillows. And we are going to start on our backs. We'll begin in Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. And there's a few ways that we can place our blocks. First way we can place the blocks is on the lower setting, closer to the hips. But what I prefer is the blocks on the medium setting, a little bit closer to the knees. So play around with what feels better for you in this moment. Same goes with the feet. They're touching slightly. They can be closer or further away from the thighs. And we'll just start with the arms out to the side. Close down the eyes. And connect to what it could feel like if, as you exhaled, your body could physically feel a sense of sigh, an effortless heaviness. So that breath by breath, you receive more support from the floor below you. And the more you start to release and open up to the possibility of being supported, the greater support you receive. With this energy, can we slide those hands up above the head? Now, if the shoulders are tight, the hands don't need to stack. We get the fingers to touch a little bit. Again, some pillows underneath the elbows if you're feeling like it's a struggle to hold the arms here. What we've just successfully done is to create this double loop or figure 8 from our right hand down the right arm, across the belly, across the left thigh to the foot, and then up the right foot, the right leg, across the belly, to the left shoulder, forearm, and the left hand. I'd like you to visualize drawing a pathway in this figure 8, just over and over. It might feel more natural for you to start with the left hand down and across to the right thigh, up through the left leg into the right arm. Occupy your attention to that energetic figure 8. And let that ease some of the tension through the outer parts of the legs so they may rest on the blocks, through the outer parts of the arms so they may rest to the floor, through the head, through the whole spine, through the back of the hips.
And as you trace this figure 8 line of energy, start to feel where those two tails cross in the center, right about above the navel, round through the solar plexus. And from that center, as you inhale, start to emanate a bit of a glow, a bit of expansion circumferentially from that point all around you in a sphere. When you exhale, you maintain that sphere around you. Let's smooth the breath out together. Please take an exhale. Inhale slow, just for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4 through the nose. 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you continue this count on your own? If possible, maybe even increasing to 5 or to 6. Letting this be the foundation of your breath for your practice. It's relaxed, yet supportive. Using this breath, start to add some more movement. Taking the hands back down by the sides of the hips until they reach your blocks. Shimmy the feet back onto the mat, sliding the blocks out, and letting the legs go long. Letting the arms relax. Offering yourself 2 full rounds of breath. Maybe you expand that sphere around you a little bit higher above the head, a little bit further down because the legs are long and straight now, increasing the space that you get to take up that is truly yours. The first step into figuring out how to open or close our energy is to feel it in the first place. Next inhale you take, would you please bend through the right knee, clasp around through the shin and give yourself a gentle hug inward, releasing close. Breath in. Spinal twist, exhale, cross right leg over to your left. Now you can do as much of this practice as you like with your eyes closed. I actually encourage that. And we'll start to move that right arm into a cactus and the left arm into a cactus. So think of this as a big goalpost. Left arm will stay stable. That right leg stays heavy over to the left. And I'd like you to feel the space that you're making from inner elbow on the right across the chest to inner elbow on the left. This is our open position in the front. Take a breath in. Get some space all the way across the inner arms. Now can we exhale, close that space. Right forearm is coming around like a little rainbow, all the way over through until it reaches towards your left forearm. The front of the body is closed, but can we reach and extend that right forearm away from us some? So we're opening up a pocket through the right back of the shoulder. Inhale, open that right arm out, back through the rainbow, back in through that cactus. And then exhale, close the front, calling our energy in. We're opening up a pocket of space through the back of that right shoulder. Just twice more. Nice and smooth, like there is no rush in the world. Head will roll naturally. When you are in that closed position, think of it as a little bit of a hug. We'll wind up in the full goalpost shape with the arms. You can shift your attention slightly to the right side of the ribs. Give yourself some space there on the next breath. And on the next exhale, bringing that right leg across, we'll start to bend through your left knee, sliding that foot on the mat. We're coming into our figure four. If you need to adjust the hips a little bit to center, go for it. We'll clasp those hands behind the back of the left thigh or in front of that left shin. Head wants to stay relaxed, jaw wants to stay relaxed. And explore where 3 breaths can take you, moving some of that breath through outer right thigh line. Maybe even your exhales, you have a gentle press of that right outer thigh forward. As soon as you catch yourself quickening the breath for whatever reason, slow it down. Start to release through the clasp of the hands. Take your right hand on the outside edge of the right foot. Come into a lopsided half happy baby. So pouring some more weight in through the right hip. That left foot can stay on the floor for more support, or we can straighten out the left leg. For me, I think I'm going to keep it bent today. Left arm goes out to the side. Have a very gentle press up with that right foot. A very gentle hug down with that right hand. Only enough where you can get that felt feedback sensation. So much of our time, we don't realize where our body is in space. When we come to our practice, we have the opportunity to know and meet ourselves better, so why not show up for it? If this is feeling good, you stay. Otherwise, we can add a little bit of a kick out with the right foot. Doesn't have to be straight. Could be, though. And then a bend back into that half happy baby. Try that a couple more times. And then we'll release contact with the right foot. Release the legs long, relax the arms, and we have a bit of a rebound here. Allow yourself to be still. Would you slow down 2 breaths? On your next exhale, bending through the left knee, we're going in for that wind releasing pose, clasping the hands around the shin. As you exhale, give it a little gentle squeeze. Breath in. Exhale, cross that leg over to your right. We have the spinal twist. We're going back into the goalpost arms. And again, don't worry if that floating arm on the left doesn't touch the floor. If it's bothering you for whatever reason, you can pop a block or a pillow underneath of it. Visualize that distance from inner left elbow to inner right elbow. Feel the space you have to breathe across. And then call back your energy just a little bit closer so that you feel it in a solid way. As we exhale, left forearm comes over like a rainbow, all the way through to the right forearm. Can we push that forearm a little bit further away to the right? So we're getting a pocket of that left shoulder blade to open up. On the inhale, rainbowing that arm all the way back to the left. Head is rolling naturally as we do this. Exhale. Elbow in form with a tall point, up and over. Pocket of space through that left shoulder. Front of the body starts to open. Inhale. Last one. As you exhale, journey across, calling in the energy, opening it up through the back. Left arm opens back up. I'll pause here in our twist. Send some space through the left side of the ribs. And you send space there by directing the breath in or close to that area. Start to bring that left leg back up. As we do so, right knee is going to bend. Left ankle is sitting just on top of the thigh. Readjusting the hips so that they're kind of even. You have a clasp in our figure four behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Use your breath as your ally. Send space through the outside of that left thigh. When you exhale, there might be a little bit of a press of that outer left leg going forward. Softening of the lower jaw. And every time you catch yourself speeding up your thoughts, your mind, somewhere other than where you are, just pick a body part. Left elbow, feel into it. Right thigh, feel into it. So that gradually, we're filling in the space and feeling where we actually exist. Releasing the right shin, catching that outer left foot. We have our lopsided half happy baby. Allow the hips to come down over to the left. Right arm slides out to the side. You do have the option to lengthen out the right leg. Gentle pressure, like 20% max, foot up into the hand push. 20% max, hand presses down into the foot. Feel how that lights up through the left pocket of the hip. Staying here is great. We start to add the kick of that left heel out to the side. And then a rebend through the knee. Whether you're moving or still on the outside, can we find that inner observer on the inside? So you are watching yourself do this. There's a space in between you moving and you observing you moving. In that space, we have this practice of yoga happening. Release that foot. Let the legs go, let the arms go, and let yourself exist here for a couple breaths. Choose a body part that's easy to soften, like the jaw, eyebrows, the hands, the feet. Let it soften. Give the knees a bend. This time going for our full happy baby. Hands are coming through the outside edges of the feet. Knees are hugging in. We add a gentle rock. Breathe. I think we want a little bit more. Then we straighten the leg that's going toward the floor. Bend it back up. Straighten the other leg that's going to the floor. Back up. About one more rock each side. Get back through center, we'll release the feet. Clasp the hands around the shins, knees are hugging towards your armpits for a moment. And then bring those knees closer together. Give yourself a little squeeze. We'll roll over to your left side, heart is closer to the earth. We'll use the right hand, which is the hand on top, to push ourselves up. Key thing here is, can we keep the neck and the head relaxed so that as we come up, we're not using those muscles. Take our bottom hand, support the head as we lift it back up. And bring ourselves in through our child's pose. Stretch the arms out. Let the head touch. And slow down 3 breaths. Start to rise halfway up. We'll kickstand those arms out in front of us, pouring a little bit more weight through the back of the hips. We'll take the right arm, weave it under, a little bit of a twist. That right shoulder will tap down. And then press through the left hand. Right hand comes back to the mat. As we exhale, left arm slides under. Shoulder touches down. Back up. Please revisit each side twice more. Just taking a little rinse. Feeling that we're in control of our movements. We are the ones dictating what we do with our body. As we pause back here through center, arms are still long. We'll start to add a chest opener. Press the right hand into the mat. Left arm will rainbow up and back. Huge space between left fingers, right fingers. And then exhale, set that hand back down. So a little push again with the hands down and forward so the hips stay back. As we exhale, right arm is going up and back. And reach it forward. Once more of these each side. And as both hands touch, we'll walk the hands back, sitting upright with the torso. And then turn to face towards you. The knees can stay wide. If this bothers you, you can sit up on a couple of blocks. I'd like you to relax the arms, relax the shoulders. And then slowly start to tense them up as you inhale for 3, for 2. Fists, 1. Exhale, release. Let's do that again. Inhale, slow, 3, 2, we make fists, 1, exhale, release. Once more. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, exhale, release. Shoulders a little bit of a roll. And grab both of your blocks. We'll set up for our final pose. Chest opener over the blocks. First block will go to a medium setting, the low setting. So that as we lie down, that block will hit mid to upper shoulders. Second block will land just behind the back of the head to have that support. Arms will go out to the side. We have options here with the legs. We can do another Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. You could also choose to let the legs go long. Let the eyes close. Feel the space that you take up from left hand to right hand, from feet to head, from front of ribs to back of ribs, front of heart, back of heart. And in this very open position, we plant the seed that it's not so scary to open up. Because that doesn't mean we lose control. Doesn't mean we exist too much or too loud. It means we show up with our energy. You have a right to show up with your energy. And in these open positions, it's easier to share. To have that feeling of connection. Knowing that it's your energy no matter what, even if we start to close down, it's not a bad thing, just solidifying with it. Take note of how you feel. Take note of the rate of your breath. Start to deepen it just slightly. As you deepen the breath, start to reach the arms up over your head. Legs will come together if they were open, sliding the legs long, take a stretch, reach, reach, reach. Rebend through the knees, and with as little effort as possible, rolling over to your left. So we're closing our energy within us. Take a breath here. And with ease, rise yourself up. Eyes are closed. It's any type of a seat. Feeling rooted. Feeling present. Feeling steady. Bring both hands together at your heart center. And take a breath for yourself. In honor and acknowledgement of all the ways you did show up, we bow the head. Lifting your head, opening your eyes, and letting in the light. Thank you so much for joining me for your Yin Vibe-ish flow today, and I hope to see you very soon.